Have you heard about the Freedom Foundation? It calls itself a think tank and operates as a nonprofit, but it's really a radical group fueled by major right-wing foundations and networks with ties to the Koch brothers. And its CEO, Tom McCabe, is leading the Freedom Foundation on a mission to undermine middle-class families and promote extremism. Before joining the Freedom Foundation, Tom McCabe was the Executive Vice President of the Building Industry Association of Washington. Under McCabe's leadership, the BIAW spent $11 million on divisive political candidates and causes. According to the Seattle Times, the BIAW was sued by the Attorney General and was forced to pay nearly $250,000 in fines for campaign finance violations. Shortly after this incident, the Olympian newspaper reported that Tom McCabe took a settlement to leave the organization. McCabe worked alongside Mark Musser, a field representative at the BIAW. Musser is also the radical pastor of the Grace Redeemer Bible Church in Olympia, where McCabe is the treasurer. Musser is known for frequently expressing discriminatory views toward the LGBT community and has published articles and newsletters detailing how the Nazis held views that closely align with today's environmentalists.
We're talking to Mark Musser. He's the author of the book Nazi Hoax. He is an authoritative source of information about how the Nazis were inextricably linked to what we would call the environmental movement.
So Hitler was a vegetarian, of course. He was also an animal lover. And a lot of the things that we talk about today in environmentalism, it's really astounding, the connections and the parallels that you see today.
The Anti-Defamation League called Musser's comments offensive and said they trivialized the history of the Holocaust. McCabe defended Musser and told the Seattle Times that Musser's Nazi references were a history lesson. In addition to McCabe's ties to the extreme religious right, he has a long history of attacking labor unions.
I think that many of our problems in society are created by labor unions.
And issues that surfaced at the BIAW under McCabe's leadership are continuing now at the Freedom Foundation. The Freedom Foundation claims to be a non-profit organization, but complaints have been filed against them with the state and federal authorities. According to the Seattle Times, the Washington State Attorney General recently sued the Freedom Foundation for violating state campaign finance laws. McCabe and the Freedom Foundation also have financial ties with extremist groups who target LGBT rights and women's health. It takes a big budget to carry out these types of attacks. The M.J. Murdoch Charitable Trust is one of the Freedom Foundation's top public donors. The Murdoch Charitable Trust shells out millions directly to anti-gay and anti-choice groups. It even donated to groups that try to turn gay people straight. The Freedom Foundation and its network of hatred and extremism are out of touch with ordinary American values. They're using right-wing donor money for campaigns of hate against hard-working Americans. The Freedom Foundation must reveal their true agenda and stop lying to the public. It's time to stand up to this twisted web of donors, vicious attacks, and extremist leadership. The Freedom Foundation doesn't reflect our values. Tell the Freedom Foundation that it's time to stop. Take action and visit our website to learn more.